Hey everybody, good morning. I thought I'd try to attempt to make this thing called a ramen burger, noodle burger. I'm not sure what the correct terminology is, but anyway, my son Sean had seen it on some kind of TV show. I think it was the Big Hero 6 cartoon. Uh, and he's become obsessed with this thing. I've tried to find a place that actually sells one, and no luck. So I figured, you know what? Why don't we try to make it? It doesn't look too complicated. So what I'm gonna do is try to make a test run before he comes over on the weekend and see how it goes. First step here is going to be obviously cooking the ramen. So let's go ahead and get that going, and we'll make the noodles ahead of time. And then when I get off work tonight, we'll complete the setup. So we're going to use one package of beef flavor soup. We're going to add that to our boiling water and cook it just like normal. Okay, and while the noodles are cooking, we're going to take one egg and stir it up here. And this is going to be the binding agent for the noodles. So this is an important key ingredient here because this is what's going to keep the noodles together into a patty or a bun of some sort here, a ramen bun. So we're mixing that together. I'm using one egg per package of noodles there. So we're draining all the water out of the noodles there. Gonna leave a tiny bit of water there to add the flavor packing. Stir that up a little bit there. This is going to be interesting. Smells really good. Smells like beef noodle. Okay. Then I got two of my ceramic bowls, but I realized they didn't stack on top of each other all the way down. So I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit. I put saran wrap in it, so it should be easier to pull out. So what I'm gonna do is put half of the ramen in this bowl, half of the ramen in this bowl. And then I have these two plastic bowls, and what I'm gonna do is weight them down with some water to kind of push it down because we want the ramen noodle bun to be flat. So we'll see how that works. First, we're gonna put the ramen into this egg wash, and then we're gonna put half in each bowl here. So let's take a look and see how that's gonna work out here. All right, so we got the noodles inside the egg wash here, and we're gonna try and get it all nicely coated. Let's see here, yeah. And maybe kind of chop it up a little bit so it's easier to separate into two bowls. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is try to separate these into two equal bowls here. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, there's the first bowl. And we're gonna put the second one in here. It's not an exact science here, but it's pretty close. All right, so I got the ramen divided into 2 bowls. We're gonna try and flatten it down a little bit preemptively here, as much as we can, because we want it to have a round shape. There we go. And what I did is I placed some water in the bowl, and I'm gonna place the water inside the other bowl. Let's see if we can make that happen here without spilling any water. So that's pushing down on the ramen. And then we're going to do that again with the other bowl. It's a little bit of a trick here. All right, then we're gonna place the other bowl inside the other bowl of ramen. Ooh, okay, I almost spilled the water in there, which probably wouldn't have been good. Okay, so we have the ramen is on the bottom, 2 bowls on top of it. We're gonna stick them in the fridge. They recommend about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna do it a little longer, and then we'll check on them. So we'll see what it looks like in about 20 minutes or so here. Carefully remove our bowl. Take our bowl over to the fridge. There's one. Take our other bowl without spilling it. And also carefully put that one in the fridge. And we'll check on it in about 20 minutes and see what it looks like. Okay, so the ramen has been sitting in this bowl. I already took out the other bowls there for about an hour. It doesn't quite look like the videos I've seen, but not bad, I suppose. Let's see what they look like here out of the bowl. So at least they maintain their shape, and they do appear to be somewhat flat. I'm gonna wrap them up and then cook them up tonight and see how that goes here. So they look pretty good. I mean, they're flat for the most part, not perfectly round or anything, but that's okay. So we're gonna wrap them up, and then when I get off work tonight, we'll cook them up and see how it tastes. Okay, we're getting the pan ready here. These are the patties I picked. We're just gonna use these patties. Since I'm gonna make it a big one, we're gonna make 2 patties. Gonna use some spicy mayo, pepper jack cheese, and spicy pickles. That's about the only toppings I'm gonna put on there. So we're heating up the pans. We're gonna use this back one for the patties, this front one for the, or maybe we'll switch it up. We'll use this one for the patties and this one for the buns. Let's take a look and see how they turned out here. So they've been sitting in here all day. They look nice. We're gonna heat up some oil, and then we'll cook the noodle in there, and then we'll cook our patties in here. All right, let's put these patties in. They're not patties, but ramen buns. This is going to be the test run here. So let's see how these cook up here. We got the buns cooking. We got the patties cooking. Alright, looks like the ramen buns are cooking up pretty nicely. And the patty should be cooking up. Got the cheese melted there. Okay, there's the bottom of our bun. I'm going to put a little bit of spicy mayo on that one. Okay. Spicy mayo. Okay. And then we got our cheesy. I'm gonna put that on a plate first to kind of soak up some of that grease. And gonna put some there. Okay. Now we're gonna put our buns over here. A double bun. I'm gonna put the first one on the patty. Or the patty on the bun, sorry. The second patty there. This is gonna be kind of tricky to eat here. So we got 2 patties on there. Looking pretty thick. I'm gonna put some pickle. And there, I like a lot of pickle on mine. Pickle, pickle, pickle. I don't think we can get any more pickles on there. There we go. Pickle, pickle. I'm going to throw a little bit of mayo on top. I mean, not mayo, sorry. Lettuce. Why not? A little bit of lettuce on there. And I'm going to throw some more spicy mayo down. Probably not the most prettiest. Then we're going to take our second one and put it right on top. Kind of squish it down there. Oh, it is looking big. Probably super hot right now. Let's give it a few minutes to cool down. So there is my ramen burger. Doesn't quite look like the pictures and the videos. I'm sure there's a way I could make it a little fancier looking. Not bad though, not bad. Got the ramen on top. A little bit of crispy. I could have made it a little more. 2 patties, pickles, spicy mayo, cheese, and lettuce. Let's see here. Okay, here goes the big test, the $1 million question. How does it taste? It's not holding up too well, but I mean, this is my first time making it. There is the ramen burger. So let's give it a taste. Let's see what this thing tastes like here. That's the big $1 million question, right? Kind of hard to hold this because you're basically holding 2 giant pieces of ramen. Ooh, and it's really hot. It is really hard to hold this thing. The ramen tastes good. I mean, just by itself, it tastes like ramen. All right, let's see if we can take a bite of this. It's interesting. I mean, for the most part, it tastes like you're eating a hamburger. But instead of the bun, you're just using ramen noodles. So it has a very different texture. It's really messy. Because if the ramen part doesn't hold too well together, which this one is falling apart, it's really hard to hold it all together. But all in all, it's not bad. It's pretty good. I mean, it just tastes like a hamburger, cheeseburger with ramen noodles instead of a bun. For the amount of work and the kind of doesn't really hold well together. The novelty of it's cool. Perhaps if I went somewhere where they made it for me, they could probably make it a little better. Mine didn't really hold up that well. It's already disintegrating everywhere. But it's good. Overall, I like it. I guess the best way to find out is to make yourself one and see what you think. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.